Welcome to Business Legal Lifecycle TV, the live TV show all about the legal aspects of your business to help educate you on complex legal terms in an easy to understand manner, to help understand why you need to do certain things in your business from a legal point of view, and to help you develop a plan for the future. Our mission at Business Legal Lifecycle is to help empower all small to medium-sized businesses around the world to get access to legal advice so that they can help build their communities and make the world a better place. Did you know that any business owner is on average 7 months away from losing everything? That is the average time it takes from a successful business to fold when an aspect of their business is not set up correctly. Have you ever wanted to get legal advice but didn't understand what was going on? Do you feel like there is a divide between lawyers and their clients? Then this TV show is for you. It is all about empowering you and your business with the knowledge and tools to ensure that this doesn't happen to you. Business Legal Lifecycle TV delivers a twice-weekly show focusing on the legal aspects of your business. At lunchtime on Mondays, we present Fast Fix Monday, a quick 5 to 10 minute show that will give you some actionable steps to consider for the week for your business. And at lunchtime on Wednesdays, we present our in-depth show of between 30 minutes and an hour, where we go through complicated legal aspects of your business in a simple to understand, plain English manner. And whether that is through educational pieces or interviews with experts in their fields.
Afternoon everyone, and welcome to Fast Fix Monday. I'm Craig Mason, one of the founders of the Business Legal Lifecycle, and as always I've got with me Jeremy Stretton. Do you want to say hello, Jeremy?
Hi everyone, hope you're having a good day.
Okay, so today we're starting, it's the new month, February 2018, and we're moving into phase 9 of the Business Legal Lifecycle, which is investing in property. So as the life cycle, your business is going up, you've got more income, disposable profits, those sorts of things, and you might be investing in property. And that might be your own personal property, or it could be property within the business, so buying your premises or something like that. So pretty exciting phase. There's a lot in phase 9, investing in property. So it's an exciting topic for this month, and we're looking forward to sharing with you a lot of great information about investing in property. Today we're going to talk about the 3 top things that we say that you need to look at when buying a property. So Fast Fix Monday is fast, and we're doing 3 top things. So Jeremy, number 1, what do we got?
The number 1 is to think about what entity you're buying the property in. So if you've watched any of our previous shows or listened to any of the previous podcasts, you'll know that we talk a lot about the different entities that you can have. You can have sole proprietor, you can have a company, you can have a trust, you can have a super fund. But when you're buying property, it's really important to actually sit down and think about, well, what's the purpose of me buying this property? And that will, on a lot of terms, dictate what entity you buy the property in. So if you're buying your own home, normally you would buy the property in your individual name, because in Australia there are significant tax savings and stamp duty savings, transfer duty savings, and capital gains tax savings long term. If you're buying an investment property though, again, it might depend on whether it's a negatively geared property. If it's negatively geared, you probably want to buy it in your own name to offset against your income. If you're going to buy it as a positively geared property, which is my personal preference, then you might want to buy the property in a trust so that you can distribute the income around to the different entities. So remember that there are many ways to be right, and that is especially true when you're buying an investment property or your home. So you need to make sure you get the right advice from your team of advisors. Tell them what your goal is, and make sure that you get the holistic advice that is right for you. So Craig, that's the first one. Do you want to go through the second one?
Yeah, the second one is the searches, and what searches you need to do when you're buying a property. This is not an area that you would try to reduce costs on. You're buying something that is probably going to be your largest asset. 500,000 for a property is sort of the average price. So a lot of money, and you want to make sure that you've got all the searches and you've looked at the searches to make sure there's no little things hiding in the background that you weren't aware of. If you're buying an investment property, you might be thinking long term that you're going to renovate or put on a deck or whatever it might be. So you want to make sure you've got all the proper searches. So one of the main ones is title search, making sure that you're actually buying the property from the right person, which seems silly, but it does happen where they haven't checked the title, and it's all messed up from there, and you can understand the ramifications of that. Making sure you've done the search for the plan, again, to make sure you're buying the right property that you think you're buying. There's also other things that might be on the plan that might be relevant to the property long term as well, so you need to look at all those. The council searches and the approval searches to make sure that anything that is on the property and has been changed has the right approvals, or even the property as a whole has the right approval, or the pool has the approvals. All those sorts of things you need to check, because if you buy the property and then you find out later, there's going to be costs involved for you to get that rectified, and you won't be able to, in most cases, pursue the seller. So you've got to make sure you do all those searches. Another big one is the contaminated land search. Obviously, you want to make sure you do that, because if you don't, and you've got contaminated land, then you could be in all sorts of trouble down the path. So searches are a big one when you're buying any property. You're making a large investment, and you want to make sure you've got all the information beforehand. So if you find anything in there that you can terminate the contract or negotiate with the seller for a different price if there's some things in the searches. So number 2 is the searches on the property, and a really important one. And as I said, don't skimp on the costs for the searches. Make sure you do all the ones that are relevant, and speak to your advisors about it, of course. They'll be able to give you some advice about the searches. So that's number 2, Jeremy. Number 3.
Number 3, the final one, is encroachments. Now, many people think that encroachments won't apply to them if they're living in, say, outside the inner cities. But encroachments are very important. So when you do a plan search, what you're finding and what you're getting is the plan of the property as the titles office, so the local government, or the state government authority, defines where the boundaries of the property are. You want to make sure that if the neighbouring property has anything that encroaches over your land, that you're aware of that and that you're checking it out, because that can be a massive problem and can cost a lot of money. And you don't know what you don't know. So checking your encroachments and doing you're getting a surveyor to do that is really, really important. And it does not matter whether or not you're in an inner city property. So if you're in Brisbane, the classic area of Spring Hill, and a lot of those inner city suburbs have quite a lot of encroachments. But even if you're in the outer suburbs like Caboolture or out Western Sydney, you still need to search for these things to make sure that what you're getting is what you think you're getting is what you're paying for. So those are the top 3 things. Craig, do you want to finish off?
Yeah, as always, thanks for joining us today for Fast Fix Monday. Any questions about buying property or the 3 top things that we spoke about, please get in contact with us through the various platforms, or make comments on Facebook or wherever else you might be watching or listening to us. But if you've got any questions, we're happy to help out. Today was Fast Fix Monday, top 3 things to look at when buying a property. We'll see you all again on Wednesday for a bit of a deeper dive into investing in property within Phase 9, investing in property, February 2018. Thank you for joining us. Jeremy.
Thank you very much.